Welcome to another exciting show of transformation. Prosper with Wayne, creating wealth, health, and happiness in your life. With your host, life and business coach, author, entrepreneur, and lover of life, Wayne Sutton. Prepare to become excited, expand your beliefs, and truly prosper in all the areas of your life. Enjoy.
Hey guys, Wayne Sutton. I'm doing two podcasts today because I'm excited. Our last call we talked about how to find commonality and how commonality can help you find clients and change the life of clients as a coach, as a consultant, as an advisor, whatever you're doing as a salesperson. You've got to be able to connect with people, and finding commonality is one of the quickest ways of doing it. So I have a lot of people ask me, Wayne, how do I build rapport? How do I build rapport? And so even back in the 90s, there was a number of books out on rapport using neuro-linguistic programming, matching, mirroring body styles, voice tonality, tempo, volume. I'm all for that. That all works. And maybe we'll get into that. In fact, we'll get into that in our private coaching. Those who are students with us. I'm not doing that on a podcast because there's some really deep teaching I want to do on that. And for students, you're going to learn how to control people's thoughts, ideas, and so forth with just your words, and how to help them solve problems for them with your words. But today I want to talk about how to build rapport without that. So if you Google how to build rapport, there's hundreds of books, there's hundreds of videos, there's hundreds of courses, and most of them are going to take you through a long rabbit trail that can be handled real quick. Listen, we're not there just to build rapport with people. We want to build rapport quick, get in and solve problems. When you solve someone's problem, you have rapport. Let me say that again. You solve someone's problem, you instantly gain rapport with that person. You take somebody that's 100 pounds overweight, help them lose 100 pounds, they're your friend, they have rapport with you, they trust you. You take somebody their marriage is failing, you bring them back to a place of love and ecstasy and romance, they're in love with you too. You're going to have a loyal customer, you're going to have rapport. So how do you get there? Number one, you've got to start the conversations. I talk to people all over really all over the world, but mainly here in the United States and Canada every day. 5 days a week, sometimes 6 days a week. And I'm talking with people, and a lot of them have never heard of me. They don't know who I am. They're coming to us for coaching, or they're coming to buy a coaching program. They don't know who we are, and their guard's up, okay? Understand that. Not all. Some are genuinely curious and open, but a lot of times their guard's up. And when you come to somebody and you offer your coaching program, or you're trying to help them, their guard's up. What are they going to have me do? They're a therapist. They're a coach. What is a coach? What are they going to have me do? They're going to make me look stupid, or maybe you're on the phone with them, or you're meeting with them and doing a discovery session, and the whole time they're thinking, what's he want? What does she want? How much money are they going to want from me? You've got to break through that and get to a place of rapport, and then you do it by commonality. Now, a couple things. Number one, I hope you're taking notes. Number one, people are in one of three stages. They're either positive, negative, or neutral. Positive, I mean, they're excited to talk with you, excited to hear what you're going to share. Negative, what do they want? What are you going to try to get me to do? How much money do you want from me? Or neutral, a place of just neutrality. So, and people are going to be in all three a little bit. Maybe there's a part of them that's positive, a part of them that's negative, and a little bit neutral. But listen, we want to get them to positive as quick as possible. But if they're negative, which a lot of people today are going to be very negative, very skeptical, and I can go ahead and tell you this, I work with people from all over the country. There's different parts of the country that are more skeptical than others. Some that are more trusting than others. So, that's another podcast. But you got to get them to where they're at least out of negativity in place of neutral. If you can get them into a place of neutral and you can show them how you can solve a problem, or you solve one of their problems, then they start going towards positivity. That's when you can truly transform their life. That's when you can truly change their life by helping them with a coaching program. That's how you can truly build a business. So we got to get some negativity to positivity. And there's a couple ways of doing it. Number one, remember this. People love to hear their own voice. Now, people love their own name, but we don't want to say their name like John 50 times during a meeting. 3 times? Yes. But I don't want to hear it 50 times. But people do want to hear their own voice. Have you ever met that kind of person that just loves to talk, and the more they talk, that person loves to hear their own voice because their own voice is comforting. Their own voice is soothing. and they can at least trust their own voice. When I met my wife, I knew immediately there was nervousness, there was this little tension there. I had to get her talking. It wasn't about me talking. I didn't want to impress her. I did, but I didn't want to do it with my own words. I had to get her talking about her, so I asked the right questions. Actually, if you go through our coaching program, I'll tell you exactly, you'll learn exactly what I did to not only make her feel comfortable to fall in love with me, and now we have a great life. And it was all about criteria-based questions. But back to my point. How do you get someone to go from negative to neutral so you can go to positive? Let them talk. How do you get them to talk? You ask them questions. What do you ask them questions about? You ask them questions about A, where they live, or B, what they do for a living. People base their identity they place their identity, most do, in where they live. If they're a Southerner, listen to my Southern drawl. If they're from New York, if they're from Boston, I can't even say it, Boston. I got a friend in Boston who drives his car everywhere, so I can't say it like he says, but I like it, and he picks on me too, so it's okay. If they're in California, they're in Ireland, they're in England, wherever they're from, they have a cultural identity around that. Another way people identify themselves is with their occupation. So what do you do for a living? Immediately, what do you do? Well, hey, this is John. He's a doctor. This is John. He's a pediatrician. Hey, this is John. He's an accountant. Whatever they relate their name to their job. They relate their name or their identity to their job and where they're at. So talk about that. People want to talk about it. So I'm going to give you an example. I just picked up the phone. I called someone that had inquired about some coaching, and they were in Texas. Wasn't 100% sure. And listen, even if you know the area code, that doesn't mean that's where they're from. They have cell phones. They could live anywhere and have a cell phone from states away. And so I started the conversation. It was very abrupt. It was very. He didn't want to be served. He just wanted to be. What have you got? Tell me what you got. Tell me what you got. Just tell me what you got. He wanted me to pitch him. I'm not here to pitch my coaching. I'm here to solve problems, and if we can solve problems, we'll connect the dots, and we're going to ask for finances. We're going to ask you to pay us to solve your problems. We'll help you. So I'm not here to do a pitch, but that's where he was going. Okay, he was very skeptical. I saw you online. Tell me what you got. So I had to break that. I said, okay, well, let's begin with this. I said, well, first of all, thank you. I'll always be considerate. Thank you for your time. Now, there's other coaches say never thank them because they're taking of your time. That's posturing, I get it, but it's also very rude. No, thank you for your time. Hey, I'm glad we could get on the phone together. But I'm curious, and you do need to be curious. But I said, I'm curious. I'm calling you from Wilmington, North Carolina. And he's like, yeah, I saw that on my cell phone. I saw your number. Okay, great. I'm calling from Wilmington, North Carolina, and I'm trying to place your area code. And I gave him this area code. Where are you located? And it was a place in Texas. I'm in Texas. And okay, great. What part of Texas? And he gave me the name of it. I said, oh, wow, great. Is that home? Is that where you're from? He's well. And he started talking a little bit. Well, I've been here 15 years. I mean, I came from, I don't know, Idaho or somewhere. He said, but I came here about 15 years ago, started a business. I just sold a business. So, yeah, I guess I consider this home. He still wasn't friendly, but he was getting out of that negativity state. And so I said, great. So you said you moved from Idaho. What brought you there? So the number one was, where are you from? Where am I calling? How are we connected? What's this area code? I'm curious. Where are you from? And there's a number of ways of asking where you're from, but that's kind of just it. And where you're from is going to get a quick answer. We're not asking them to give us a paragraph. We're asking North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Ireland, England, wherever. Oh, great. And then the second is, oh, wow. What brought you to that place? Now, he offered a little bit of information up front, but I was able to follow up with what brought you there. And he explained what brought him there. What it did was give me a moment for him to hear his own voice. He heard his own voice. Yes, he gave me some ammunition, I guess you would say. He gave me some things about him. I could hear things that mattered to him, and he started talking, but most importantly, he heard his own voice. But I knew he wasn't quite there yet, so I said, well, great. I'm in Wilmington, North Carolina. I actually moved only 2 hours away, but I'm kind of like you there. I moved and didn't know anybody here and have made some great friendships. So, again, I was really curious where you were from. Thanks. Thanks for sharing with me. And then I went into asking some strategic questions. I didn't go into a pitch. I went into questions, and I'm not going into those questions down. That's another podcast. But my strategic question at the very beginning, I actually started with a statement that led to a question, and then we were able to have a great conversation. And he went from negative to, at the end, appreciative. Wayne, I appreciate your time. And I took control. He was still looking to pitch. So I said, listen, I'm not here to say this is what we do and I need your credit card. That's not how I work. I only want to work with people that we can truly serve. And that may or may not be you. That wasn't just posturing, by the way. That was being factual. So why don't I do this? I want to send you know exactly what you're looking for, and you'll know how you feel when you find it. So I want to send you some information. If what I send you connects with you and you find yourself even more curious or find yourself open, then I'd love to have another phone call. Does that sound fair? Then we set up where I would email them the information and our follow-up phone call. We set up the follow-up phone call. You always want to set up your follow-up phone call. With the understanding that it's easy for him to say no. Listen, there's 7 billion people in the world. How many do you need to trust you, to work with you, to build a very profitable life coaching business? So, first question. I'm going long on this podcast. I'm going to try to, I got just a few minutes for my next coaching call. So I'm going to try to cut this one short. But give you all the value. So number 1, where are you from? Oh, wow, what brought you there? And number 2 is, what kind of work do you do? So if you're meeting someone and it's not where you're from, maybe you're at a business meeting or whatever, what kind of work do you do? I'm an electrician. I'm a plumber. I'm a nurse. I'm a doctor. I'm a life coach. Whatever their answer is, I stay at home with the kids. I'm retired. Oh, wow, great. If they're retired, then okay, great. What kind of business were you in, if I may ask? The question there is, what kind of business were you in, not what kind of job did you have? There's a difference. There's just small psychological difference, but you want to say, what kind of business were you in? Oh, I was an engineer. Wow, that's interesting. What brought you into that field? What was it that led you into that field? I'm a doctor. Wow, that's very interesting. What was that led you into that field? That gives them an opportunity to share their story, to hear their own voice, to talk. And when they talk, they lower their defenses. They go from negative to neutral, and we want to move them over to positive. When they're positive, you can offer them the best information. You can offer them transformation. You can offer them your coaching program, and they'll say yes. Now, if you haven't picked up our book, go to lifecoachlifestyle.com, But in your email address, get the free book. If you have received our book and haven't talked with us yet, pick up the phone. Send me a text message. Call me. Let's talk. Let's chat. Let's see how I can help you in your business. 910-233-2511, 910-233-2511. And we have free life coach training, how to coach, how to sell your coaching, how to market your coaching, how to get to 6 figures a year and beyond. Go to howtosellcoaching.com, and just sign up. It's a Facebook group. Love to have you on board. This is Wayne Sutton. I honor you. I believe in you. Go and change the world.
Thanks for joining us again at Prosper with Wayne. Be sure to subscribe to us for more exciting, life-changing episodes. Go today, in fact. Go now to prosperwithwayne.com and enter your email for our exclusive newsletter and other resources. God bless and go prosper.